What is up, guys? I'm your host, Lumia, joined by Tony El Tigre. And today we got some exciting stuff, man. We are going to do a basketball pod for you guys. This is why we have Tony here, man. He is our basketball insider, so I'm super duper excited for. Is that the basketball knowledge seeping in?
That's a lot of expertise right there. I don't know about that.
Well,
I'm just here for the vibes.
Oh, okay. He's our basketball viber. He went to New York actually for the opening day games. How was that? Is that on any block?
Exactly. So yeah, they had some fun artwork and stuff up there. You know, I was outside of the Rockefeller Center, which is where NBC Studios is. You know, they switched over to NBC and Peacock this year. So,
Yeah.
you know, they had a basketball court out there and some nice artwork showing a basketball of all 30 teams, which was pretty cool. The Knicks.
That was pretty cool. You posted that. So.
Yeah, the Knicks weren't playing, so it wasn't quite as lively in the city itself.
Fuck Trae Young. Trae Young look like my left nut.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely gotta go up there for one of those, for one of the playoff games once they're in there.
You gotta go up there for Hawks Knicks. That's when you need to go there.
I might have to go up there. Well, I was gonna say maybe when Halliburton comes back, if they play the Pacers, that's gonna be a.
He's still not as hated as Trae Young, though.
He's not. Like, for the vibes, he's not. But nah, he did do them dirty for sure. So they don't rock with him either. And you know, there's the whole Pacers Knicks rivalry that, you know, all the old heads, you know, still remember. Reggie Miller was all into it during the playoff series. So, you know, but. The Knicks during the playoffs at any point is definitely a fun time. They went to the conference championship and looked like they fucking won the finals. So
yeah, man. I mean, they renamed all their streets.
They did. That was crazy.
That's some OD dick eating right there.
They want it so bad, bro.
Did.
They really do want this title so bad.
Yeah, they're begging for it so bad that they fucking made Cat play for no reason. It's like, get your ass out there. Did they even win that game?
Maybe yeah. They did. They beat the Cavs.
There they go, risking it all for game one of the regular season. Run it back, baby. Could have kept Tibbs for all that.
Nah, Tibbs got to unveil the secrets to the. Well, it didn't. Yeah.
Sure, I forgot. He's got to be a spy.
Yeah, he's They let me go. Now I gotta let the whole world know.
Yeah. I feel like. Hold up. Are you good? Okay. What's it called? So I feel like a good place to start, because I don't really know what's going on with it, but I know that, you know what I mean, there's been a lot of talk. I'll give the details that I do know. Chauncey Billups, Damon Jones, and what's his name?
Scary Terry.
Oh yeah, that one was obvious.
Yeah.
They all got cited for gambling. Now, was it 3 separate things? Because I know Terry was specifically with games, and I heard that Billups was like a poker thing.
Yeah, Billups was dealing with the mafia, doing poker with the mafia.
Okay. And
I think Damon Jones was like kind of involved in the poker one.
Yeah. Hold up. Let me restart that because I forgot to record. So yeah, I know that the first one, the gambling story, like we just talked about, but I'll repeat it, obviously, for the recording audience. Chauncey Billups, Scary Terry, Damon Jones, those guys have been cited. Are they in jail?
They all got arrested. I don't know if they're still in jail, but they did all get arrested, all 3 of them.
I mean, and obviously, right, did the NBA just say, all right, we're done with y'all? Pretty sure that's what happened. Kind of can't, you know what I mean?
Well, it's not the NBA, it's the FBI.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it's only so much the NBA can do if the FBI is involved.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you know, so what are the details, Tone? This is why we have you as the insider, because I'm all over the place right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's all new, and I'm not.
Yeah.
This is something unlike what I've ever seen in this sport before, or any of these sports before. So, we've had gambling issues before, but you know, so many happening at the same time. At least with Jonte Porter, right?
Yeah.
It was one person, so it was really easy to lock in, and it was simple. He was betting against himself on games, like
Yeah.
cut and dry. This one doesn't seem quite as cut and dry.
There's layers to this shit.
It seems like it because all the information isn't out yet. This just happened like 2 days ago.
Yeah. The other thing too about it, which definitely is a point, is I saw a meme with I think I sent it to you, Gilbert Arenas.
Oh yeah,
He's
yeah,
like
yeah.
in the jailhouse with all of his food, and he's just writing out the names of everyone who also was
He said he was snitching. I forget what he's even in trouble for himself, but
gambling or something. Something with, it's definitely gambling related. It's something, I believe, with. Now I don't want to get this wrong. Are they with? Is it like Saudi Arabia that they're they're going somewhere and they're trying to pull off illegal gambling. That's what I know. Because I don't think it's here, if I remember. I think it's overseas somewhere. I'm saying Saudi Arabia because I know that that's where a lot of the money is right now in sports. So everyone's kind of trying to go there, and that's been, you know what I mean, a point. But what they're trying to do is they're trying to actually just rip people off. Like I know what the poker thing, part of what I saw was it was like them with a bunch of cameras, just rigging the games essentially for certain people to lose. Which, yeah, it's just robbing people essentially.
yeah,
This is publicized robbery. So, when obviously that's not great, and with Scary Terry specifically, I know that I saw that. What's it called? There were reports obviously of him telling people to, like, you know what I mean. I'm about to hit the under tonight. Boom, 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 boom. Yada yada, and then I think they were saying he was making like $200,000 off of it, but then it was funny because then people were like, but his game checks are like 360,000 or something. No,
no, I'm like, this is dumb.
You're just shaking your head.
Yeah,
It was very dumb, and what's dumb about it? This is what's dumb about it. It was so obvious that NBA Twitter knew it like years ago. It was like a joke. It was like, all right, so this guy just randomly became bad. He randomly became bad. Like, really, really bad. I believe when he got traded, because he was good, right, for a little bit with the Hornets, and then bad in Miami. And then people brought up the Celtics series where he'd be great one game, and then terrible the next game. And in this, you don't know if that's just ups and downs of a player, but you can't separate the two, right? Like, and then they put up the stat of how he was like 0 for 10 from 3 in one game, and it's like, well, clearly he's been gambling for years, and it's like, at this point, you gotta, yeah. And I think the other component of this, right? Unless there's anything else you had about the gambling part, the other component for me that makes this suck is it's like the first 2 days of the season. There's been overtime games. There's been an alien sighting. There's been, you know what I mean? Steph, the war, like all these things we're going to talk about, and yet the only thing I see on YouTube, you know what I mean, that's basketball related, that isn't Wemby, which obviously we'll get to Wemby, is this gambling stuff. And it's like, bro, and it's just Adam Silver, and I can't say this is directly him, you know what I mean? This is 3 individuals making a decision. However, and stuff like this happened in David. You had, what's his name? Donahue, whatever his name is. You know what I mean? It's not like this is specifically pertaining to him, but I do think that overall, especially this offseason, leading up to this moment, Adam Silver is just, his approval rating is I don't know if it can get much worse for a commissioner. Like, we thought Goodell, I think a couple years ago, was like, it was good. With Goodell, it was crazy because it was like he was punishing the players too hard. They seemed to have a hard on for Pac-Man Jones, and everyone thought that was kind of weird because he kept suspending the dude, but he kept doing dumb shit. So it's like, all right, dude. But like that was one of like the things. It was like, bro, he's like completely against the players, yada yada. Well, Silver's a player's guy, and just the issues are the issues, right? Like load management. I personally think there's too many games. The fact that he himself said it's a highlight sport, that is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard from a commissioner. The dumbest things I've ever heard. Because the TV people are the ones paying you your money. Besides anything else that we want to talk about, right? Like, the NFL would never say, we're a condensed game sport. Or we're like a... No, we want you there to watch the games so that the people who pay us, people who give us the most money, the TV people, you know what I mean, are happy.
Yeah, I mean, they already locked up this long-term deal for 11 years, so even if they cut ties, they got the bread.
For the NBA?
Yeah.
Valid.
So, I mean, he can say whatever you want to say about them at this point.
I think that you can say that, but I think at a certain point that, I don't know, enough bad things equals something mattering. I love basketball. And I feel like that's the other thing, too. Sometimes people talk about national media. Like, I actually, right now, I'm going to be more football-based, right? But once it becomes, like, March and everything, I'm full in on basketball. I watched... I listened to Adam Silver, dude. I watched the highlights. I couldn't watch the games. I think I watched Warriors-Lakers. That was the full game that I watched. But I don't know, and I'm not one of these people who pretends to know it when I don't know it yet, right? Like I'm like it's early, and I'm not going to be as locked in as you or my guy Darnell, or some other people, right? Who like day to day have to make these videos. That's just a time thing at this point. But I think that you have a lot of people in the media who want, for whatever reason, weirdly, to kind of knock down basketball. You have people, unfortunately, and we love them, Charles Barkley, Shaq, they constantly down talk the sport. I just feel like at a certain point, if there's like enough smoke, there will be a fire. And I think, honestly, and my biggest thing with the sport is that there's too many games, because the biggest problem to me affecting basketball, to me, is the fact that, let's see if I can move this down. There we go. Is the fact that in the playoffs, everyone gets hurt. That's my biggest issue. And I don't know if that's a controllable thing. It's very unfortunate. I feel like it's kind of like fucked up a couple postseasons recently.
So, in regards to that, so for the most part of the sports history, there's been 82 games. So what do you feel is the difference now in the 82 games injuring everybody as opposed to back then?
The pace. The fact that it's more spread out. Because the pace was faster in the 60s and 80s. But the fact that it's more spread out, that you have to guard from three to the post to, you know what I mean? Like, you got to run out and guard that. I feel like it's also very specialized in how they work out for it. Like, they don't work out like their bodies as much. They work out for the sport. And you see that the people who do work out their bodies are generally, you know what I mean? Like how, I give you an example, like how Jokic has like lost weight. He didn't just do that playing basketball. Like, they showed him like swimming and doing his workout stuff, and that's why he also doesn't jump as much, you know what I mean? And he will not run out to contest every shot, but he stays healthy. I feel like I think with that, it's like a player thing. Like, Embiid, he just falls down all the fucking time, and he's out of shape.
Yeah, it's tough being 300 on the ground every play.
I think Tatum and Halliburton just freak injuries, but
they're saying Tatum's like healed, like almost healed already.
He needs to sit his ass out. Like,
Yeah.
seriously. Like, he's about to ruin his career trying to be Kobe.
Tom Thibodeau
You're
out
not
here.
Kobe yet. Kobe did that shit when he was like 34 with the whole I'm coming back early from this injury and I'm going to risk my whole leg and like bro, it's not worth it. Now, the East is wide open, but it's still not worth it in my opinion. We saw Kevin Durant do that. Like you fuck around with this. And I also think too, by the way, to answer your previous question, part of it is there's a regular season, postseason thing. And in the postseason, it ratchets up so much higher. Now, I think maybe this was always the case, but I do think in the regular season, they talked about it a lot more. There was much more effort in the regular season in the past. Like I feel like that's what's making these opening games exciting, is that you're kind of seeing it to some degree. But even watching some of them, like I watched, it was only highlights, so you tell me if I'm wrong, but I watched like the Thunder last night, and I'm like, they don't look anything close to the Thunder of the postseason.
Well, they were also missing, a bunch of key players. So
But what I mean is, I don't mean the talent, I mean the effort. As they shouldn't. They just won. You know what I mean? They keep winning.
they also did just come from a double overtime game, which obviously took
And
a
again,
little
I
more.
didn't watch that game, so you tell me. But what the Thunder were doing in the postseason was like not full court pressing the whole game, but damn near.
I kind of saw them doing it in the regular season last year.
Exactly.
Like they looked like they wanted it all
They did.
every game.
Exactly. But my question is, have they looked like that in 2 games to you right now?
I mean, I just think right now it'll be hard to say that because one of the big energizers of the team isn't there right now, Jalen Williams.
That's true.
He was always one of the ones that brought the energy out there, and he hasn't played. Caruso didn't play last night. Caruso is one of the stoush defenders out there, so I just feel like some of the key players that have been pivotal to the level of energy that they play haven't been playing. So
I'm diverting us. We'll talk about the Thunder later. I do think though, and I want to know your take on this, like the Adam Silver thing. Like, is he a problem? Are we overreacting to it? Like, what do you think about that, Tone?
obviously there's been a lot of conversation into regards the commissioner Adam Silver has been so far. I mean, he's made some quality moves, he's made some unquality moves for sure, and obviously, like you mentioned, at the end of the day, he is a players coach through and through. So, well, players commissioner through and through. So, with that comes his pros and his cons, and I don't think he's done anything like truly detrimental yet to the point where like it's time to get him out of here. But the fact that so many people have been complaining about him, like you said, it's not a great sign for somebody moving forward.
Especially when the issues keep coming up. I think that's the thing for me is like,
I mean, the with low management is kind of weird because like people are playing less and they're still getting like equally as hurt. So
yeah, so it's dumb.
yeah, and then when you talk about the games though, it's like he's already been changing stuff. Like people were even very poorly receptive of the NBA Cup idea. One thing I will say about him though is he does try shit.
Yeah.
Now people, traditionalists may not like the stuff that he tries, but he does try something, and if it don't work, then I'd say he is generally quicker to getting rid of it. Like he's probably rebranded the All-Star game like 4 times, and like so
Yeah.
he will try to see what's working. Like he saw the whole the hockey shit. Now he's trying to do that with the All-Star game, which is basically just Team USA versus World, which was already what the rookie showcase game was for a long time,
Yeah.
but now just making it the All-Star game.
Do you feel like with the All-Star game too, like that's a component? Like I never really watched the All-Star game. The only time I actually did was right after Kobe when they first made that rule change, and that one was great.
Yeah.
because you know what I mean. But if the games aren't even close up to that point, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But like, do you think that's like a thing? I I just think. Well, go ahead. Like the All Star game. Like, how big of an impact is that on everything with Silver?
Um.
Because he keeps changing it, so it
Yeah.
matters. Like if it didn't matter, he would
Like
just leave it.
yeah, he wants it to be good. He wants it to be
Yeah.
like other all. It's not like the NFL with the Pro Bowl. They just kind of said fuck it. Even though they switched over to flag football, which
It definitely
you
switched
know,
like 3 times, but I get your point. They
yeah,
don't need it.
yeah, it's not like as big of a factor for them. So I mean, a lot of the problems with the All Star game are just things you can't like fully control. Like he is putting incentives. He's like, if you guys
Yeah.
win, you get more money. You know, this that and third, and then like even the like he can't force people to be in the dunk contest. You can be like, I want to see Ant Edwards in there, Ja Morant in there. If they
LeBron
just
ruined
don't,
that, to
if
be
they
honest
just
with you.
don't, exactly. It's kind of a lot of the problems with the NBA came from
Say it.
the players themselves.
Oh man.
You want me to say his name?
Yeah.
LeBron James? Is that
Yeah.
what you want me to
He
say?
ruined the league.
LeBron James ruined the league. Nah, LeBron got people. I don't need his people after me. They say you say
These people
something
are going
bad.
to jail.
They say you say something bad about LeBron, then then he got the whole posse.
We say bad stuff about LeBron all the time. Don't get scared now, Tone.
I'm terrified. I joke.
Okay.
I joke around about LeBron James. All that. I'm talking about the man on the Lakers.
You don't want to get sued.
I want his Glazers after me.
The Glazers.
Yeah.
We need the Los Angeles Glazers though. We do. That's a part of the thing.
Of course.
The Glazers are in a tough position. I feel like I have to diverge here now. I feel like sidebar here. We gotta go into it. Just real quick about the Glazers. Yeah, they're in a tough position. We didn't talk about this pre-show, so I apologize. But the Russell Westbrook situation, calling LeBron a phony.
Yeah.
He's a phony. It's telling the world what we all knew. So thanks, Russ. But
Yeah.
insider, and so the Glazers, because you got to remember, there's the Russ Glazers versus the LeBron Glazers. How is that playing out on NBA Twitter right now? Has everyone just turned against Russ? Have they now turned against Russ because of the LeBron thing, and have they reached the conclusions that we were reaching 5 years ago, 4 years ago?
What day sucks?
Yeah, well, obviously he sucks, but why he sucks?
So here's the thing, right?
Yeah,
The LeBron Glazers completely outweigh the Westbrook Glazers. So there's not like that's a clash. That's like there's the LeBron Glazers,
it's not a fair fight.
and then like there's the Westbrook Glazers.
I remember the Westbrook Glazers they were fighting though for a while.
I mean, here's the thing though.
Yeah.
You really can't fight for him, but so much at this point.
Yeah,
He is
on the Kings.
He is a bench player on the Kings.
Yeah,
Like there's just nothing more you can do about that.
Shout out Russ, man.
But they'll still bring up his MVP season. They love to bring up the MVP season. That's what's one thing they'll talk about, the triple doubles and everything like that. But the Lakers stint just really because once you're on the Lakers, that's just different. That's just different pressure. That's like the most high pressure. And you're playing with LeBron. That's the most high pressure position in the sport right there.
Yeah.
Lakers, LeBron. So it's like it's tough. It's tough for Westbrook, and he just was so bad in that stretch. Now, was it because of LeBron? No, it's because he's bad. but
I was gonna say the fit, but
I mean, he's just not that good, bro.
Yeah.
At his peak without Durant, I don't think he's like as a starting caliber player. I don't think he's like been above a 6 seed.
Damn.
Let alone won a playoff series. Now, when he was with Jokic, and he was like the 5th best player, sure. But like as a top 2/3 player on the team, he is not past since Kevin Durant. That man has not been over a 6 seed. And he has not made it past the first round.
Russ was making some plays on that Nuggets team, man. He was making plays.
Yeah, he was making plays as the 5th best player.
He was making an impact.
See, like, but the problem is they like treating him like the superstar. If you say he's a great role player,
yeah,
sure.
Well, you're lying. I wouldn't say great anything, but I'm just saying he was snapping.
I don't care enough about arguing that he's a good role player, but at his super. I mean, the Russ conversation has been, Russ. When we first started doing this podcast,
no, we need another guy.
Yeah,
We're gonna need someone
that
else.
was Wizards Russ. Wizards Russ.
Oh yeah, that was generational stuff.
that was really a time because Bradley Beal was averaging 30. Now Bradley Beal does suck now.
Yeah.
But at that time, he was averaging 30.
It's a tough thing to use as a defense, Bradley Beal.
And Westbrook got every single ounce of credit for them making the 8th seed. They were like, oh, Russ should be MVP.
Yeah, they were saying that. It was pretty wild shit.
They were the 8th seed.
Yeah. But, I mean, let's think about it, though.
They were the 8th seed.
But they were the Wizards, though.
Bro, they were just the 9th seed the last year.
But didn't they miss the playoffs? Didn't they lose the play-in? I think this time they won
They went from 9 to 8. That is not an MVP. That's not even that year where I was complaining about Chris Paul being like MVP, even the year I was complaining about Chris Paul being an MVP conversation. The Suns did at least go from like the 9th seed to like the 2nd seed. So because the Jazz were the 1st seed that year.
Well,
and went to the. I mean, you can't count the finals in that, but they.
So we clearly have a problem, right? Like, who's the next Russ? Who's the next overrated? And we can't even do Tatum. He's hurt. I feel bad now.
Yeah.
Well, he's trying to break his other leg to play. So
it's like Tatum, but Tatum actually Tatum did something.
Well, yeah. He's also hurt right now. That's what I'm saying. I need like a day to day. You know what I mean? Just a person to watch.
Because it's like,
everyone's gotten exposed at this point. Harden has been exposed.
Well, everybody's old, and the young players aren't. Well, there are a lot of great young players. I don't want to say the young players aren't good, but there's not one.
They're not as polarizing.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of things
who are polarizing, like Ant, actually have done stuff.
Yeah,
like Ant did stuff. Luka did stuff. And I don't think that those guys are overrated.
They're not even polarizing, really.
Ant is polarizing.
Ant does dumb shit off the court, but on the court, everybody loves Ant on the court. Now his off the court shit that's a different.
Ant is definitely polarizing. Last conference finals, everyone was like, "You need to take over. You need to do more," even though he just made the conference finals twice. He's definitely a polarizing player. He's not as polarizing as like LeBron, but I'm saying as far as this generation,
I think that's a fair assessment. I think saying he needs to be more aggressive because he wasn't
polarizing wrong. Like I feel like, let me look up what polarizing means.
Because polarizing is when some people are like, "Yo, this is the best player I've ever seen. Look at all these triple doubles," and then other people are like, "This dude fucking sucks because he's fucking stupid and turns the ball over every play." So you have like a varying giving a critique that Anthony Edwards needs to play better in a playoff game for them to win is a fair assessment.
They're giving me physics definitions. Oh, divide or cause to divide into two sharply contrasting groups or sets of opinions or beliefs.
I don't think Ant is that polar. Like,
yeah.
You can talk, again, if you want to talk about his off-the-court stuff, which I feel like once he's on the court, people don't really care that much. You feel me? But, outside of that, then it's like...
I guess your most polarizing player, honestly, I mean, he just fucked it up so bad. But it's really Ja. That's really who it was. And I would have gleefully laughed at Ja.
Nah, you know who the most polarizing player is, bro?
All right. No, who? Why'd you point at me?
On your team.
What the fuck? Oh, Embiid?
Yes.
No way. He's not still, bro.
For,
I can't even do that anymore. I just can't. I don't. So 7 years ago, this isn't an exaggeration. This is like actually, like I was 22 years old, and Embiid was, I don't know, 25, however old he was, however old I was. 7 years ago, I said the Sixers should trade Embiid, and everyone told me I was overreacting. And so every year since I've said it, and I don't even feel like doing it anymore because it's too late now. Everyone knows that he's decrepit. We could have got something. The Knicks were trying to give us everything. That would have been great.
Knicks almost ruined their whole franchise.
Almost ruined everything for him. We would have gotten players, and they would have sucked. It would have been just a great move. We said no. So, it is what it is. He doesn't. I just don't even care. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I got Sixers fans texting me, "Oh, yeah, man, what VJ?" And we'll talk about VJ, but like, "Oh, this, that, boom, boom," and I'm just like, all right, well, it's too bad they have two useless fucking contracts on this team.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about him.
Yeah, both of them. That's the whole point. He wants you to forget.
He just wants to do what we're doing right now.
Yeah, he wants to do what we're doing right now and go watch some movies.
As he gets paid $55 million.
Yeah. I don't want to go to work today, so I just won't. That's what he does.
And that he tries to pretend like he's gonna give you some false hope.
Yeah.
Last year was my first year on the team. This year you're getting MVP me. Bro, you never won MVP, bro.
Yeah, he's good for a soundbite. What are we gonna get more of this game? Games played or podcast from Podcast P?
Well, after his bold declaration that he wasn't gonna podcast during the season, then I'll see how long he holds to that.
Didn't he do it after he stopped doing it last year? Didn't he say that and then keep doing it?
So I think once y'all were eliminated from the playoffs,
he did it.
But he stopped in the season, and then once the playoffs started and y'all were out this season, then he was like, time to go back to what I really love.
Paul is begging for us to miss the playoffs, man. He's like, quicker I can get back to podcasting, the better, dude. What? He might as well podcast. Fuck else is he doesn't play.
Yeah.
And we don't want him to play.
Basically. But you think Ja is the most polarizing?
I think he could have been. I don't think he is. I think he could have been, and then he just, got suspended so long that it killed the momentum of it. It's like how Zion could be polarizing, but he can't stay healthy. It's like those two players, it's almost like they're almost like what if polarizing at this point. Like, if they would have played, I would have been a Zion guy, and I'm sure some people would have been Ja people, what I mean? And then we would have had interesting discussions because I don't know if I would be right about Zion and how he plays, and he doesn't really play defense even when he's healthy, but he scores so many points and all these things. And Ja, explosive, you know what I mean, attacking the basket, but his play's so dumb that you're like, all right, is this sustainable? Like,
see, you made a great point there. I don't even know if you realized the point that you made.
And they're better with you than without you. What's up? Or they're about the same.
The point that you indirectly made is they need the thing that because we're kind of pitting them against each other. In order to be a polarizing figure, you need a rival.
You do.
So we could Russ could be polarizing because Steph Curry is right there.
I actually do now know who the most polarizing player in the league is. I just figured it out. It's right there. It's our guy, actually.
Oh, him.
It's definitely him.
That's true.
It's
when you're
pretty obviously.
Oh, I was going the other way with it.
You're going the other way?
Yeah.
Who do you think it is?
Halliburton. Once you get voted most overrated, then it's
This is what I mean, though, and I mentioned this earlier. This is what I mean by the injuries fucked everything. He could be, but he won't be here this year.
That's true.
So, okay, you can't be polarizing from the bench, unfortunately.
That's true.
But But
I mean, Shea like you have to have a play style that's kind of either people is like that's not that
like I
good.
don't I don't I think that Halliburton was polarizing for that postseason, and then when he kept doing it, it was like, all right, well, people actually loved him. They wanted him to win over Shea because Shea's that polarizing.
That's true.
Somehow, Shea is actually the most polarizing player in the league because somehow we skipped the step of, oh, they won, into, oh, if they don't win, they're going to choke. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
How do we get there with that? They're like the youngest team ever, but if they don't win, they choke. And if they do win, and unfortunately, because of how it happened, it was them getting lucky. So it's like a weird, like, you know what I mean? And I think it just sucks because we were all, yeah, it was there. You had the two most polarizing players in the league right there, and then Halliburton got hurt, and we knew he could have got hurt. He knew he could have got hurt going into that game. He was like, I'm going to play. It's game 7, you know? It's like, and he was snapping too. Healthy Halliburton might win that game, just like he does in 2K. 2K predicted it. They're like, yo, he's about to win some rings.
Yeah.
Really, we're on it. Him, Shea, and Wemby.
Yeah. Well,
Those are the ones.
Well.
And for some reason, what's his fucking name? Forget it. Cam Whitmore. Shout out Cam Whitmore.
There you go.
Cam Whitmore's my guy.
We'll see if he turns up in Washington. He definitely has the.
Sent him to Siberia. Yeah, they did.
They sent your career to die at 23. That's tough.
A bunch of careers are dying at 23 over there.
Yeah.
The whole team.
Yeah.
Bub Carrington. But I think Shea is definitely, I mean, he's definitely the most polarizing player in the league right now. We'll talk more about Shea, but I'm happy we reached that point. The thing is, though, we can't. We're Shea guys, like, so it's not the same.
Well,
we need a Shea foil.
Well, we got Nelly.
We do have Nelly. That's true.
Nelly hates him some Shea.
Nelly is definitely one of. He posted a Shea meme today. Pretty good one. I saw him beat on the other side. I was about to say something else. I was like, I'm just gonna leave that. I saw him beat. I don't even know if Harden's played yet. Put him on the list.
Yeah, he's there. Yeah, Harden's played.
Oh, he has.
They lost by 30 to the Jazz.
The Clippers.
Kawhi was there. The whole team was there. I was like, oh, they are cooked.
They're shot. Pay for play.
I mean,
play
I guess.
For play scheme. Cook them.
See, the thing with the Warriors old people and the Clippers old people is that the Warriors got old people that are still good, and the Clippers just got old people that were good.
Yeah, I mean Harden was good in the regular season.
Well, Harden.
Kawhi was good in the playoffs. Really good.
I don't know. Kawhi got a lot going on, and that man scored 10 in a half hour. So
he does have a lot going on.
Yeah. Speaking of all that gambling stuff, I don't even understand the whole thing with Kawhi. Like, it's a lot.
Paid extra money.
Yeah.
He wanted more money. He wanted all these demands because he's like, y'all suck. You gotta give me everything, and then they did. Kawhi's a very polarizing player as well too. But he can't. But he's never healthy. See, that's where it all comes down to, man.
You gotta play the sport.
You gotta be healthy. Like even like obviously Wemby's not polarizing. He's just he's great.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like definitely because now Shea, right? Shea's now reaching all-time discussions. So now once people start having to have those difficult all-time discussions, that's when it becomes more like, that's definitely when you start becoming more of a polarizing figure. Because like when you look at him, people say, which I agree with, that he has last year he had one of the best guard seasons in modern history, if not all time. And it's like, I mean, MVP, ring, all that going on for him.
One of only 4 players all time.
Yeah, but then you have people arguing that other guards had better seasons than him. That probably didn't.
Well, we're walking around. He's also a foul merchant.
Yeah, of course.
He's created a new term.
Well,
No.
hard. So because I'm trying to think. So Wade was the first one that was doing it, but he wasn't highlighted for it. Harden was the first one that was really like, bro, this man gets fouled every play.
So I hear all of that.
And then Embiid,
yes.
Embiid gets called a free throw merchant too. Embiid definitely got the foul merchant.
I feel like Shea was but Embiid, no, because that's us. People love Embiid until now, right? Until his knees are completely shot, even though I saw it coming forever ago. People love Embiid. That's my point. Shea is weird, and Embiid hasn't done anything. And I think Trey was right around there, and they saw it happening with Trey, and they stopped it, which is annoying. Because if they would have just kept the rule the way it was, right, and just let Trey do what he was going to do, he would have been like the first Shea. I really think he could have won a ring. He got to the conference finals. Now, I don't know. The team obviously not as good as the Thunder, so who knows. But I definitely believe, like, Shea's the first guy to be called a foul merchant. Publicized, literally, all the time. Embiid, to me, from how I've been interacting, I'm the one calling Embiid that, and everyone is like, no, he's a great player, you need to calm down. On the other end, it's like, I think Shea's a great player. He won, right? He just scored 55, and all people can talk about are the free throws. It's like, well, I mean, stop fouling him.
Yeah, I mean, I saw the stat. He had the most free throws ever for the first two games. He also played two double overtime
games. And
like, that's going to happen.
Snap.
They yeah.
Do everything to win those games.
He scored 55 and won by 6.
Yeah.
So
100%. Oh, man. I just got called into work, possibly. Hold up. So he said meet him around 10:45. That would be, it's a 40-minute drive. I kind of got to go.
Oh, well, there you go.
There you go.
Get that money.
We'll have more, yeah. Get that moolah. You're busy the rest of the day, correct?
I'm busy until like 5, 6, something like that. I
think I'm going golfing later. We'll figure it out. I definitely want to talk about those other things. But yeah, appreciate you guys stopping in and listening. We will have more basketball content for you in a little bit, but duty calls, and I gotta pay some bills. But hey man, shout out man. If you guys want to sponsor, help me pay my bills from in here, and we get to do this all the time. That'd be great too. But for 20L Tigres was Lumia, an abbreviated version of our NBA pod.